What is going on, guys? We're back with another episode of UFC Lore Accurate Nicknames. This is part 3. Y'all seem to love part 1. Y'all even love part 2. Y'all asked for a part 3. So here we are. This is my favorite series on the channel, guys. Let me know, of course. Always let me know in the comments some Lore Accurate Nicknames maybe you cooked yourself. Maybe let me know if you want a part 4. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it with the first one up. You saw it on the thumbnail. This is from y'all. This was straight out of a comment section. We've got Islam, not the religion, Makhachev, okay? This one's kind of like Israel, not the country out of Adesanya. That's one of my favorites, bro. It's one of my favorites. Y'all suggested this, okay? Islam Makhachev, the pound for pound king right now, going to be fighting for the welterweight title very soon, hopefully. But guys, Islam, these Dagestan, these Russian, these Muslim fighters in general tend to get a lot of hate that is not fair. Some fighters just see that they're Muslim and start hating on them. They see that they're from Russia, that they're going to wrestle, so they start hating. So this nickname's perfect, okay? Islam, it's perfect because he doesn't have a nickname. He doesn't think he needs one. I think he does. I beg to differ, okay? If you don't want this unnecessary hate, guys, Islam, not the religion, Makhachev, okay? People are not going to get you confused with Islam, the religion, because we're clearly stating in your nickname on the UFC website, guys, Islam, not the religion, Makhachev. You don't want people thinking you're trying to convert them. You're not part of the Crusades. You're not against the Crusades, man. You're just a UFC fighter, man. You're a mixed martial artist fighting to be the best in the world. I don't want people to think you're here to convert, hit the Darce choke on somebody and try to convert them to Islam. That's not what it is, man, because this is Islam, not the religion, Makhachev, okay? Y'all get it. It's self-explanatory. We're starting off hot. I like that one. Y'all suggested it in the comments, so we're going to throw it in here. Next up, we have Kevin Holland, okay? He already has a nickname, which is the Trailblazer, but you are not part of the Portland Trailblazers. We have a much better nickname for you. Also, I looked up what Trailblazer means. It means the pioneer. I would not call Kevin Holland a pioneer in the UFC, okay? This man wins 1, loses 2. Wins 2, loses 1. You know how he is. He's a 50-50 fighter. But now he's locked in, okay? And what did Kevin Holland just do? He just submitted Vicente Luque with a Darce choke. Maybe it was an anaconda. I can't remember, but he's got the long limbs. This is why this is a lore accurate nickname, okay? And we shortened it up for you guys, make it sound a little bit sweeter. But we have BBC, and it stands for Black Boa Constrictor, okay? I thought about Black Mamba for Kevin Holland, and the reason this ties together is because he's got the long limbs, like I said earlier, and he's going to squeeze you to death, man, like a boa constrictor. We thought about Black Mamba, but Black Mamba is already taken. Everybody knows Black Mamba as Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. But we thought about Python. It just didn't sound the same. So we got Black Boa Constrictor, aka BBC, okay? It works perfectly for Kevin Holland. I'm sure he would love this. I know he's a subscriber to the channel, so he's going to enjoy this. We might even see him on the next card. I'm sure he's going to be fighting very, very soon. That's how he is. But I would not be surprised if on the next fight card that Kevin Holland's fighting on, you see his nickname, Bruce Buffer announcing him as Kevin BBC Holland. But Kevin Holland, go ahead and write it down, man. Grab some whiteout Trailblazer, because you have a brand new nickname. This one sticks. This one's actually lore accurate. And this one's going to get the people talking, man. People are going to remember BBC. I think it's perfect. Let's keep it rolling, though. Let's keep it moving on. If y'all watched my last video, you know exactly what this one means, or even if you were on my live stream yesterday. By the way, go ahead and hit the post notifications, hit that bell, turn the post notifications on because you do not want to miss a live stream. But anyway, Jamal Hill, this one ties into his already nickname, his nickname he has now, which is Sweet Dreams. Now, it's a sweet nickname. See what sweet? All right, it's a sweet nickname, okay? But let's just change one word from sweet to lucid. For the first reason being, Jamal Hill and Juice WRLD look way too identical. And Juice WRLD has the hit song Lucid Dreams. You put 2 and 2 together. Also, there's a whole conspiracy going around on the channel that Jamal Hill and Juice WRLD are actually the same person, because Jamal Hill made his debut in January of 2020 in the UFC. Juice WRLD died in December of 2019. There's also some speculation that Jamal Hill was born in Chicago, not LA. I'm going to have to dive into that. Let me know if y'all want a full video on that conspiracy. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. But Lucid Dreams, also, the second half of it. Jamal Hill has not knocked anybody out in a while. So it's kind of hard to call him Sweet Dreams. He's not putting people out like that unless your name is Johnny Walker, which everybody else puts out as well. But Lucid Dreams is sick because when you think about a lucid dream, if anybody has had a lucid dream, you can't move. You're stuck. When you're in the cage with Jamal Hill, you're stuck, buddy. There's no going anywhere because you're in there with Jamal Lucid Dreams World or Hill. I don't know, man. I think I cooked on this. Jamal Hill's going to be hitting you with the left hand, man. He's going to kick you in the nuts and then get knocked out right after. It's a lucid dream, bro. It's all like a lucid dream. I think I cooked. Again, let me know if you like these. Let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know which one's your least favorite. Let's keep moving, though. We're not done. Don't think we're done. We're not done. All right, next up, we got song, but not in a musical way. You don't. Okay? This one's kind of like Islam, not the religion. People might see Song Yadong and think, oh, he's a musician, or maybe Song Yadong, is a UFC fighter playing in a musical. That is not the case, guys. This is why we have this nickname. Song, but not in a musical way. Yadong. I think this one's perfect. People are going to get confused seeing Song Yadong. Maybe somebody's blind and they hear Song Yadong. They're going to think this man's walking out to the octagon. It's like an intercession like you see in boxing. This man's here to sing the national anthem or, sing some a cappella, some opera. That's not the case. He's a mixed martial artist, guys. You need to respect him, okay? And that is why we have song, but not in a musical way. You don't, because he's dangerous, bro. He's going to put hands on folks, and we need to know that. We don't need to think this is all sunshine and rainbows, man. Lily pads in a lily field, All right, I'm sorry. But this is not a musical, bro. This is not High School Musical. This is Song Yadong coming to knock your block off. That's why we got the nickname. Again, this one's not my favorite, but just in case anybody is confused out there, I think he already has a nickname, and I believe he's a Kung Fu kid, but I'm not sure if that's. I think that's him. This one's a lot better. Let's keep it rolling. Gulan. Yair Rodriguez seems to be ducking Diego Lopez. That's the word on the street. They had their whole moment at UFC 314 on stage at the press conference. Yair Rodriguez and Diego Lopez have been beefing over Mexico. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have researched and looked up what Kulan actually means because I don't know if I'm saying a bad word, but I hope not. But Kulan, this man, I don't even know if it was him or Diego. One of them was calling the other Kulan. And Yair Rodriguez, I should have looked up what it meant, bro. I'm sorry. It sounded cool. I think it sounded cool. But Yair Rodriguez should go by Kulan. We hear his nickname El Pantera, the Panther. He's not a Panther, bro. This he's running from fights. He's won in, let's see, he's 2-3 in his last 5, maybe something like that. He's 1-2 in his last 3 and got finished in both of those losses. Why are we pushing for a title shot, buddy? Kulan. I don't know if I used that in the right context, but we're just going to act like I did. Maybe I did, man. Maybe I cooked because I'm, known to cook on the channel. But Kulan, if it's perfect, Yair Rodriguez, you are now known as Kulan forever. Let's keep it rolling. Brian T-City Ortega, guys. What is T-City? Is that his gym? Is that in reference to a triangle choke, man? I don't know. It's terrible. I think it's terrible. Y'all might like it. I think this is way better. We've got Brian, not the dog from Family Guy, Ortega. This trend is so funny to me, bro. Like the Israel, not the country, Islam, not the religion, song, but not in a musical way. Now we got Brian, not the dog from Family Guy. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's probably lame. It's probably lame. These are just a lot of fun to make. They come naturally, okay? Whoa. But Brian, when people hear the word Brian, they immediately think Family Guy, the white dog. But here is where people might get confused because this is not him. This is not the dog from Family Guy. Yes, he may be a dog in the cage. Hold on now, I'm cooking. Brian Ortega, he's not the dog from Family Guy, and I don't want you to think that he is because he's here. He's going to take you down, man. He's going to get hurt in the pre-fight warm-up as Bruce Buffer is announcing his name, but he's going to proceed with caution and get the submission victory. Now, that's not something Brian Griffin would do, okay? That is only something Brian Ortega could do. This is why we have the new nickname. Get rid of T-City, man. Throw it in the dumpster because we got Brian, not the dog from Family Guy, Ortega. You know what? We could even extend that if we wanted to. We could make it Brian, not the dog from Family Guy, or Jenna Ortega. That boy's cooking, man. I know I'm cooking. Look, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Y'all can toot it for me. Y'all know I'm cooking. Let's keep it rolling. Patchy Mix, where do I begin? Where do I begin? This might be my least favorite fighter on the roster now. These Bellator guys, man, they're something different and not in a good way. Not at all in a good way. How does this man have one loss on his mixed martial arts career before the Mario Bautista fight? I don't know, man. But Patchy Mix, he already has a nickname, which is Patchy. His real name is Patrick upon further inspection. I looked up the definition of patchy, and it fits him perfectly. It means inconsistent. It means some good and some bad when something is patchy. So we could have been fine just leaving it at that. Patchy Mix, bro. Why is that your name anyway? But after seeing your last fight, I understand, okay? But y'all suggested we bring in Patchy Mix with a new nickname, so I got you. And that is the pinata, okay? If anybody is unfamiliar with the pinata, they just sit there and you bust them open, okay? That's exactly what we saw from Patchy Mix in his most recent performance against Mario Bautista. He was flat footed, he was stiff as a board. This man was just standing there, just taking it on the chin, okay? Mario Bautista was just popping the 1-2 up top, and Patchy Mix was standing there like a pinata. He was just taking the hits, boom, boom. Patchy Mix was like a pinata, bro. He was, taking these shots, not throwing anything back like a pinata would do. He's also like a punching bag. I'm so upset at his performance, man. Like, this man was talking so much trash beforehand and proceeded to get dominated by Mario Bautista, who you're going to see next, by the way. Enough with the pinata. I don't even want to talk about this man. I should have known when he's the only UFC fighter on the website who is turned to the left in their picture. Everybody else is turning this way. No, Patchy Mix, I just want to turn the other way, man. Let's keep it going with the man who pieced this man up, okay? Mario Bautista, no nickname needed. I just want you to go, I don't know, wherever you live, just go up to the courthouse, go up to the government, wherever you do it. I don't even know how you do it. But I want you to legally change your name. All you have to do, man, it doesn't take much work. You don't have to erase anything. You just need to grab that M and flip it to a W, okay? You are now Wario Bautista. And the reason why, I saw this on Instagram, guys, I would credit my sources. I don't remember who it was, but Mario Bautista needs to go full evil. He needs to turn evil, okay? He needs to turn heel. Because Mario Bautista, everybody already hates him because he had a boring fight with Jose Aldo, which I agree it was boring, but he won the fight. He beat Aldo, and after that, Patchy Mix was a very hyped up newcomer to the UFC, and Wario Batista destroyed him. So you're thinking, okay, maybe he's 2 fights away from a title shot, right? Probably so. The UFC hates him. The UFC did not even give this man a post-fight interview after beating Patchy Mix. And now, if Patchy Mix would have beat Wario Batista, he 100% would have got a post-fight interview. So why are we disrespecting Mario Bautista? Enough. That's enough, bro. Enough being Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know, bro. Enough being Mr. Nice Guy for Mario Bautista. I've heard he's a great guy. I've heard he's very nice. It's time to put that to the side, buddy. You got to turn full heel, embrace the evil role, embrace the hate, change your name to Wario Bautista. Now, if y'all don't get the reference, Mario, Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart, Mario's the good guy, and Wario is the bad guy. But again, I'm not a Mario Bautista fan, but I think this will be the best move for him in his career. Change your name to Wario, buddy. Let's keep it rolling. This is the final one, and this is the one you have seen on a previous video. If you're a real one, y'all saw this already. Joshua Van, who just got booked for a #1 contenders fight, by the way, which I'm stoked about. I'm a big Joshua Van guy. His nickname in the last video was Punch Bug, okay? Now, in the comments, somebody suggested Joshua get in the van. That's cool too. That's crazy. Upon further inspection, Punch Bug, Punch Buggy, whatever you want to call it, the little car is also called a slug bug in certain areas. Now, Punch Bug, you get the reference punch, like like a mixed martial artist, like a UFC fighter, because he's gonna punch you in the face. But anyway, a punch buggy, slug bug, punch bug, whatever you call it, it's a small car, right? That packs a punch. Perfect nickname for Joshua Van, who's 3'7" and also packs a punch. But y'all told me slug bug was something that they call it, so let's change the nickname from punch bug to slug bug. I think it fits a little bit better. I think it sounds a little bit cooler. And Joshua Van, who's also a subscriber of the channel, just go ahead and write it in, bro. Send it in to the UFC, Dana White. I'm sure he's gonna call me later in the day. I'm gonna submit this for you, okay? If you don't want to do it, I'm submitting this for you. your new nickname is going to be Slugbug. But that's the final one I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy this series. If you haven't already, go check out part 1 and go check out part 2. But let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Let me know also which new nicknames you want to see. And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I appreciate y'all once again, and we out.